Hello and welcome to Dead Notes, a horror and cult film podcast. I am Kevin, and with me is the prettiest counter girl in all of Tromaville.
Hi, I'm Popeye. and we're and this is Night of Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. 2006. It's like we went into the future.
I know, blasted off real quick.
This is the trashiest movie we've watched so far, I think.
Oh, I don't know. We did cover Desperate Living.
But oh, yeah, you might be. Well, no, I don't know. This movie is. They're taking shots at everybody, though. So
oh, fuck yeah, they are. And getting away with it.
Yeah, if you're easily offended, this is not your movie.
No. No.
So suck it up and hit the play button because this movie's funny.
Yeah, look at it through a clown's eyes, but not a weird clown, regular clown.
Yeah, and just don't take shit seriously. Yeah, because as you watch the movie, they make fun of every fucking body.
Everybody, yeah, dude.
Everybody takes shots in this one.
Fuck yeah, it's great. Everybody should. Nobody's safe, and that's the beauty of Troma.
Yeah,
Uncle Lloydie.
Lloyd Kaufman is like a cartoon character,
dude. Uncle Lloyd, man. Holy shit.
And it's funny because he, when they cast Jason, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name.
Well,
I guess I'll try. Is that how you say it? Buchanan?
Yeah.
Looks okay.
I dare you.
When they cast him as Arby, he looks just like a young Lloyd Kaufman.
He does. He absolutely. They did a good job. Oh, he was like, "Put these glasses on, kid," and he was like, "That's it, son of a bitch."
You look just like me. Yeah,
you got a wide stance, just like me.
Pull your balls out. No, I shouldn't make fun of this movie because it's really, it was. Look, I'll explain this. Well, no, it's kind of a musical. Kevin says,
I think it's a musical, and actually, it's our second musical. Or wait, is it our second musical? And it's also a Troma movie.
Yeah, the second musical that is also a Troma movie
that we've covered. Yes.
Yeah, and the third one someday is going to be Rocky Horror, and might be the last. That might be the last one. I don't know. No, maybe
we're gonna come across some more.
What's the one with Bill Moseley?
Oh, that's Repo the Genetic Opera. That should definitely go on the list too. I can go on the list in the future.
So we may top out at 4 musicals. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we'll probably find another something else.
So this movie was directed by the visionary Lloyd Kaufman.
Absolutely.
It's not just a film, but a transcendent work of art, Kevin. Or wait, what's your name?
Five Guys. Oh, am I going to be Five Guys, or am I going to be In and Out?
You're going to be Quiznos. You're going to be Quiznos. Yeah, this is not merely a film, Quiznos. It's a transcendent work of art that synthesizes the grotesque, the satirical, and the musical into a sublime critique of late capitalistic excess and post-colonial hubris. It's a Troma magnum opus, Kevin, or Quiznos. It elevates the lowbrow to the level of high art, wielding its humor and visceral gore as an alienation device to dismantle the viewer's complacency.
Well said. Well said, Popeye.
Thank you, Quiznos. I appreciate that you don't fuck the kids.
Right.
Like Subway.
Oh shit. Well done.
Yeah, it is. Um, there's a former Klan member in this movie, not in real life, I don't think, but there's a former Klan member. We get a couple honkies dropped.
Yeah, we definitely get some honkies dropped.
At least once. There, there's references. Yeah, there's a lot of
the Hispanic community,
yeah,
the
the
Muslim
Muslims
community,
are taking strays.
like everybody, dude. Just normal people, whatever. Handicapped people.
Oh yeah. And what is up with Wendy's Run? And every character, that's another thing. Every character in this well, almost every character in this movie is named after a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Hence why Kevin is going to be Quiznos.
And you're Popeye.
And I'm Popeye.
Yes. Oh.
It'll make more sense why I'm calling Kevin Quiznos in a few minutes, because there's a star that shows up in this movie.
Yeah,
Kinda.
that guy's a legend.
A legend. But like, did you ever notice that to me the effects of Troma movies, I didn't look into it. They must have the same effects team working on most of these movies, because some effects look like paper mache to me. Like, and it's like in several movies, like I've noticed that.
Yeah, it's because it's all. I mean, they've got their regulars and stuff and people that stay on, but at the same note, they take in whoever. Man, if you're like a college kid and you're trying to like just get some experience, I mean, you go there, you don't get paid, you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But you just go in and they'll throw you in doing anything, and then effects or whatever. So everybody's crafting all these props and stuff, but they're also working with a very limited budget. So it's one of those guerrilla tactics, way of going at it.
Well, I believe that Caleb Emerson, the guy that plays Carl Jr., I believe he made that chicken that he has sex with.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure that's what the story was, that he kind of helped out with some of the effects, and he made the little fake chicken, or maybe it was just a real chicken that, that he performed cunnilingus on.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that one. Oh yeah, we also didn't go over the shots fired at the whole LGBTQ community and all that stuff too in this. So there's a lot of that too.
Well, I think almost every character in the movie qualifies.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what everybody's throwing it everywhere. And indigenous people are definitely shots fired in this movie. Like nobody is safe. Not to get back on that, but I was like thinking about it, like, man, like everybody was taken down in this movie, and it usually happens a lot in Troma movies, just because. I mean, and I don't know. But they also points out hypocrisies and everything. You know what I'm saying? Within all that as well, which is fucking great. I think his last big, huge one too before this was Citizen Toxie, because right before that was Terror Firmer, and that was based on his book Make Your Own Damn Movie, I believe. And that was in the making of Citizen Toxie.
Speaking of Toxie, what do you think? We won't talk much about this. I just want your opinion on the. Did you watch the trailer for the new Toxic Avenger that's coming out with what's his name? The little guy from Game of Thrones is playing the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Lloyd's for it, and he's and that's cool, and I don't want to sound like just ooh I only watched I will never watch a remake of Troma. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I just don't know. I
Is
just
it
don't know yet.
well, I didn't look into it either, only because the trailer looks fucking stupid. But I will say that it's a mistake to watch trailers anyway, and it's probably a
Yeah,
good thing that it
I don't
looks
follow
stupid
trailers
because
anyway. I want to see glimpses of the film, but yeah, I don't give a shit about them.
well, it's
The
probably a
trailers
good
anyway.
thing. It's probably a good thing that it looked stupid to me because that might make me go in. I might think like when I went to see uh what's that piece of shit movie? I remember I messaged you. It was the one with the third person perspective following that fuckhead around in the woods for half the movie.
You're fucking
I ranted about it.
a violent nature.
Yeah,
You're so
in a
mad.
violent nature. I was so mad. I went to the theater to see that piece
Yeah.
of shit, and it was hyped up as like this extreme horror slasher, and it's like half. You could cut out 30 minutes. Look, I, I'll do this in about a minute, so I don't. I won't go off on a tangent about this, but I'll say this: you could cut out half an hour of that movie easily just by cutting out the stupid fucking third person scenes that nothing's happening. It's like drone footage almost. And you could cut out like 20 minutes at the end because spoilers, you lose the fucking slasher character after the second act. Fuck that movie. The dialogue is shit. And for a slasher that usually wouldn't bother me, but for this one because of how high praise it has, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck it. I'm going to
So
cut
bad.
I'll probably cut this out. But but fuck that movie. But I was hyped up because of all the talk going into it, but that's why I mention it, because with the remake of Toxic Avenger, I think it looks like shit, so that might have a good effect. Like when I go in to see it, I'll have low expectations, so I might be
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I'm done. Sorry.
all right. All right. Where were we? Oh, we didn't even
We
start the
can be
movie yet.
wherever you want. We
We're
can be wherever you want,
all
baby.
right. We'll start at Act 1 here then, because we haven't even made it to that part.
Dry humping.
The movie begins with a sign that reads, Tromahawk Tribe Indian Burial Ground. Desecrators will be cursed to the fullest extent of ancient tribal law. And then this amazing introduction after that.
They said they actually looked for a Indian burial ground, but they weren't allowed to film the nude scenes in it. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
built one with fake tombstones like 40 feet away from the real one to do
Yeah.
the nude scenes. And the director of photography, I guess, cut out like he didn't like the way the real tombstones looked, so they cut that out too. So they're not even in the background. So so this opening scene was just a big clusterfuck. But
Of course it was.
but
If you've watched the documentaries, like when they do the special features, when it shows like the making of, it is fucking chaos. It is absolute chaos. So I'm
and
sure
Lloyd
that was one of the
Kaufman
chaotic parts.
and Lloyd Kaufman don't take any shit from the actors
No.
either. He is such a fucking funny little guy.
Yeah.
Little, I say little. He might be a tall guy because he's definitely
He's average
taller than
height.
some.
He's
He
silly
looked,
though, man. He don't give a fuck, and he knows what's got to be done.
yeah. Yeah, and us whites with that Indian burial ground bullshit. He's just kind of pointing out how ridiculous all this is.
Yeah.
Like, don't build that on an Indian burial ground.
Yeah.
You'll be cursed.
But it sets everything up, which is just the combination of everything. It's like they just pulled, like, he just pulls random ideas out where he's like, Indian burial ground, chickens, and zombies. Like, what can we do here? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's of course the recipe for some insane fucking movie. And then he's like, let's make it a musical. You know, like, incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. And so Arby, our main character, is dry humping Wendy, his girlfriend, in the Indian burial ground. And he's having trouble with her bra, and he finally gets it off, and I think they start having real sex. I mean, they're not good at faking it, but that's what's implied.
Gosh, Arby, you're the best dry humper in school.
Thanks, Wendy. That's what the guys on the basketball team say.
And then off in a distance, there's somebody breathing heavy from the bushes.
Yeah. The tombstone, what's the tombstone say that they're...
I don't fucking know. Did you I didn't even pay attention to that.
The Indian chief from the village people. What the fuck? Brilliant. That's what that was Lloyd. He was like, brilliant.
That there's funny. I got a good idea. You jackasses. The Indian chief from the village people.
Now get in there and dry hump, you hooker.
And someone who may or may not be Kevin is watching from the bushes.
This is what we used to do back in the day when we'd come out and scare the goth kids that were LARPing out at Mirror Lake.
Well,
I tried to stop you so many times, and you're like, no, this is just how it's going to be. This is the new way to scare them.
Without the axe. You know it's scary to me.
What?
Look, the guy is wearing whitey tighties, right?
Yeah.
The guy. Okay, so he has his dick out, which we haven't even gotten to that yet, so I probably shouldn't. But anyway, he pulled his dick and balls through that little opening in the whitey tighties.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. What it was? That didn't. Uh-oh.
It's the gentleman's way.
Kevin didn't immediately agree with me. So,
it's the gentleman's way.
So I think Kevin is a flap guy. He pulls the flap open. Well, to be fair, I don't think I wore whitey tighties since I was a fucking
wee lad.
Lad and
last year.
Yeah. Back when I used to think the only reason I had balls was to hold down my underwear while I was peeing. I was like, well, that's a convenient feature we got there. Those hold them right out of the way.
You must have had some heavy balls.
Well, I was a youngin'.
Your dad was like, he's not mine. Look at the size of his balls.
Have you ever seen a fat transformer?
No. I want to now.
Okay, so we were poor growing up, very poor. And I had some underwear with transformers on them. And we went I must have had them for 5 years.
No shit.
You know?
You just grew into them.
Well, and I remember in grade school, remember when they used to do physicals and they'd line you up and touch your balls and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just the hillbilly schools that I went to. But they'd make they'd make us strip down to our underwear. Well, I had a I had a pair of Transformer underwear on that were so old that Optimus Prime looked like he was holding on for dear life across my ass.
And you're so proud of them too, because that was like that one good pair of underwear that you got like 5 years ago.
And it's not because I was a fat kid, because I was skinny. I was just fucking 5 years older.
You look like Tom Hanks in Big, where he gets big and he's still wearing his 10-year-old underwear.
Look like they vacuum sealed those goddamn things on me. I'm like, my mom put them in the dryer for too long. Which is funny because as an adult, that was the embarrassing thing, not the standing next to 4 other guys with our fucking dick and balls out for the school nurse. The big Optimus Prime on my butt was the embarrassing thing.
He's like, transform.
I should have looked her in the eye. I should have looked her in the eyes and said, at least it hides the skid marks.
He spent 5 years trying to transform back into a semi and drive away.
Yeah. It looked like he stopped. It looked like he hit the brakes going 70 miles an hour with that big skid mark across my...
It's the road rash. Holy shit.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is when I was a kid, I was a big retard. Yeah, I'm going to show you my picture from preschool at some point, Kevin, because I hit my growth spurt early.
Yeah.
I'm tall, but I was freakishly tall in preschool because I'm standing. I look like I'm 17.
He already had a mustache.
Yeah, I'm like almost as tall as my teacher, and all the other kids are like 7 or 8 inches shorter than me. You'd have thought I'd have been like 7 foot tall by now, but I think I just hit my growth spurt early.
Oh shit.
Sorry about the too much information.
Fucking good. That was fucking good. Oh, so
my point to that story was nobody pulls their dick through that hole.
Right. That's right.
Except Kevin.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was good.
Could you imagine if you were 40 years old and you had to go get checked for something? Because, spoiler, they didn't have to touch your nuts. They figured out somehow in the 2000s that they could just touch you like in where your pubes are.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to look at our little dicks.
Yeah, that's weird.
But
is that picture you're gonna send me? Was that taken by the nurse?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like my preschool picture.
Oh, your preschool. Okay.
No, I had but my point, it would be hilarious if like you had to get a new job or something and you went in for a physical and you did that, like you had on whitey tighties and they're like, pull your pants down, but instead you just pull it through the hole. I think your doctor would just laugh.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, I'm a fucking full-grown adult, and I still occasionally see men that are around my age in bathrooms at the urinal with their pants around their ankles.
Yeah. There was always those couple kids at the urine trough,
and
you see them to this day. Yeah, there is this guy that I used to work with years and years ago, and you'd go in, and he would take all of his clothes off and sit down on the toilet. He'd just hang him over the door. Did we talk about the finger going in Arby's butt though? Because there is that part too. So
I'll stop rambling here and
incredible story. Holy shit.
Well, I'll get back to the movie because I apologize. I keep doing this bullshit. But
fucking funny.
Yeah, I was yeah, well, that was me in the past. I wouldn't wear those underwear today, so I wear boxers.
You have Autobot ones?
Nope. No, I should buy some though,
You
just
should.
for nostalgia.
Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Put it on.
And try to. I'm not gonna get tall. I'm not gonna grow anymore. So I'll just have to get fatter.
Yeah.
I'll be 400 pounds. Like, look how big I made Optimus Prime, Kevin.
Yeah. You should slap a pair of those bad boys on, sit down on your couch, turn off all your AC, and watch Dawn of the Dead the way you used to.
Yep. I'll go, Kevin, I'm not a child anymore. These are full-grown man panties.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, so I wear man panties.
Yeah.
But anyway, Arby gets so they start having sex, and obviously, because Indian burial ground and white people, there's ghoul hands coming up from the ground, and one of them sticks a finger up Arby's asshole.
Yeah, what did he say?
He's into it.
Yeah, he's like, all those hands were touching him, and he said, "I didn't know you were so hand ambidextrous."
Yeah, ambidextrous or something.
Yeah, not ambidextrous. He said ambidextrous.
Yep.
What the fuck?
And when the finger goes up his ass, he says something like, "I didn't know love could be so pure."
Yeah.
But then Kevin jumps out from behind or Quiznos jumps out from behind the bushes, and Wendy says he's got something in his hand, and Arby says, "Oh, it's an axe," and she goes, "No, the other hand," and he's just like he's just shaking his fake dick at him that he pulled through the hole in his underwear.
Yeah.
I can't get over this, Kevin or Quiznos. I can't get over this.
Yeah, it's only a Troma would be the ones to be able to pull this shit off too.
But so they run away, and the man from the bushes, Quiznos, he picks up Wendy's underwear first, and he's like, "Yuck."
Yeah.
And he throws it down.
Yuck.
Yuck. Then he picks up Arby's underwear, but I think the Indians in that particular burial ground had a thing for Arby too, because one hand comes right up from the ground up the guy's asshole.
Yep.
All the way, that's a long arm. All the way up through his body, out his mouth, grabs the underwear, and then pulls it down through the mouth, out the ass, and then down into the ground.
Yep. And we get like first person perspective at first too when the hand starts going up into his butt. Incredible.
Yeah, this movie has some serious ass trauma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of ass trauma.
Yeah, and it says, and it pans over to the sign that reads "Future Sight," of another American chicken bunker, which is the fast food restaurant that this movie is kind of based around.
Yeah,
right?
chickens of mass consumption.
Yeah, chickens of mass consumption. Then we get title card.
Yeah, then we get the title card.
Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead.
Yep, we made it.
We finally fucking made it. And and if you're watching this movie at this point, you don't know it's a musical yet. But that's about to change.
Yep.
This restaurant that they filmed this movie in is an old abandoned McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
and it's weird because they have weird rules. They filmed this in Buffalo, New York, and they have some strange rules because there's a scene later on where they're having a threesome inside the restaurant, but they weren't allowed to film the sex scene inside the fucking McDonald's, so they filmed it in the basement of a church. I'll mention it. Fucking
yes.
Lloyd Kaufman.
Yep.
But anyway,
he's got friends in high places, man. I'm telling you.
This is one college semester later, so for fellas like me, that's like 5 years.
Yeah. Fellas like you.
Oh, I drug it out, man. I did never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. But college for me was difficult, to say the least. Cuz I'm an idiot. That's why. Spoilers. But this is one college semester later, and the construction for the American chicken bunker has completed.
Yes.
And we get an Arby. Our Arby shows up. I don't know why he's there, but he showed up too. And there's clam protesters outside.
Yes.
Great name.
What are they called? The collegiate lesbians against mega conglomerations.
What do we want? For the evil that works to be mega conglomerates, to seize the destruction of our beloved country, and replacing our purple mountain majesties with corporate cookie-cutter retail spots. When do we want it? Now! Or at least within the next 3 years.
It's collegiate
lesbian.
Yeah. Collegiate lesbians against the mega conglomerations.
Yeah, conglomerations. Which is really what Troma is all about. Conglomerations. Which is really mosquito.
Just saying, mosquitoes. There's probably a lot of mosquitoes out there.
Yeah, there probably is.
Did you notice Arby's shirt?
Oh yeah.
It's I love the monster.
Yep,
he's got a Toxic Avenger shirt on.
It's an OG. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
Old school. That's the original.
Yeah. I love. They still sell those too. They're amazing. Arby sees Wendy. Well, he doesn't know it's Wendy yet, but he walks into the clan protesters. His buddies are there with a keg, which will come into play later, and he gets a beer from them and saunters on through the crowd. And he sees 2 girls making out, and he's like, "Oh wow, what's going on?" Blah blah. And she dips her over, and he sees that it's Wendy. Finds out, she's got a girlfriend this whole time.
Well, I forgot to mention that when the finger went up the butt in the graveyard, it broke off in his ass, and he for some reason thought it was a butt plug, because right here, Arby tells Wendy. He pulls it out of his pocket. Apparently, he just carries it around with him.
It meant a lot.
He says he brought their old butt plug.
Yep.
And the girl that Wendy's making out with is Mickey, who says calls the Native Americans my people.
Yeah.
This is This is funny because I know so many fucking guys that are like this. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm half Cherokee. You know, half the country is half Cherokee Indian, according to the. I'm half Cherokee. I know karate.
She
I've watched
portrays the people that just kind of use their woes to her benefit, though. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and then you see him come up there and he's like puking everywhere.
yeah, he says there aren't even any Indians here, so she calls the chief over and he's just drinking alcohol and vomiting. So
Yeah.
there's your first major offense, like shots taken at the Native Americans, because obviously that's a stereotype,
Yeah.
At least he didn't have, like, casino ads popping up or around him or anything.
Then he's like, he like just doesn't do anything because he's just vomiting, and she stomps on his foot, and he's like, oh.
Oh, see, he's upset. But this is where you get the first song of the movie.
Yep.
When I rolled out of bed today, little did I know Wendy was gay. She dumped me for some hippie. Oh.
Revenge is a dish best served fried.
Yeah. Yeah, I said this is barely a musical because it's not like, I think the best singer, and I didn't look this up, but if you
I don't think it mattered. I think they just threw everybody in there and was like, let's fucking go. Now you're singing.
Well, I was gonna say, I think the best singer, and I didn't look it up because I don't know why. I just didn't look it up, but it sounds like General Lee singing in the credits.
Yeah.
And unironically, if that's him, he's the best singer in the movie. Next time you watch it, listen to the song in the credits, and it sounds like it's General Lee. I need to just look and see who is credited with singing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's him, he's because it sounds like him. But if that's him, he's the best singer in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. But Arby, heartbroken, throws the butt plug on the ground and goes inside to get a job just to protest the protesters.
Yep. Just to protest them. The finger on the ground starts like telling you to come here. It looks like.
Yeah. It's doing the come hither motion that they teach you when they're like, this is how you finger fuck a lady.
Yeah. or butts.
Yeah, or butts. Fucking the tolerable chicken.
Yeah.
That's I don't know that's really that holds true, man, because if you eat fast food, which I'm guilty of it too, I try not to, but I do eat fast food here and there. But look up McDonald's pink slime and you'll probably
everybody's seen that, and everybody still goes to McDonald's and eats it because whatever.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't eat that shit.
In a pinch.
I'm not like a super healthy guy either. I'm just not eating slime. It looks like the slime from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
And they're making your hamburgers out of it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Anyway.
Gets me dancing.
Those I want to get one of those the eggs from this movie. I'd like to get one of those put on my shelf. I haven't
made one yet.
Well, the size of it. Where I have it. Yeah, it's on my shelf. It's on my shelf right back here. I have one of the eggs from Game of Thrones. It's a little ceramic one. It's about the same size as the eggs in this movie. I need to repurpose it because fuck Game of Thrones.
Well, yeah, if it's got a base,
I'll just turn it into a Poultrygeist egg instead.
Yeah.
As a protest to Game of Thrones. You fucking assholes and your stupid last 3 seasons. Go fuck yourselves.
So angry.
Well, that was shit, man. I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna go into Game of Thrones. We'll move on to the introduction to Jose Paco Bell.
Yep. There's our other shot fired.
Yep. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of. That's a light.
It's
that's
stupid
a light,
though. Yeah, it's just
that's a grazing shot compared to what
I
gets
know.
said about him later.
Oh, I know. It's so funny though. That's just. But yeah, that egg fell out of the box and it like started pulsating, and he's the one that comes in and describes it, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he drops it like smart, right? Everybody else is like, "What? Let's pack those eggs up and put them back with the breakfast or something."
Well, it says a lot about the restaurant that they're not just throwing that shit in the trash.
No, man, you gotta make your money.
They're like, that's still good. And maybe one of my favorite characters in this movie is Denny, who we get introduced to next.
He's like Kmart Tyler Perry.
Yeah, but he's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He drops at least one honky in this movie.
Yeah, he's awesome. He does the whole Jaws thing later, right? That's what he's like.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, he does his black eyes like a doll.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like a doll's eyes.
I can't wait to talk about that scene because I was fucking cracking up. But
well, when he walks in and he goes, "Did any of you notice anything weird happening today?" After everything has been happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, Arby asks him for a job because that's what, that's the whole reason he went in there. Because like I said, I don't know why Arby showed up there, but because his ex-girlfriend is a lesbian now and she's outside protesting the restaurant, he decided to protest her by getting a job there.
I'm a high school graduate just trying to make his way in this topsy-turvy world. My life, it sucks. My parents are retards. And my one true love is a left-wing lipstick lesbo liberal.
And then he hires Arby on the spot and introduces him to hummus, which
he introduces him to hummus as Hamas. And Hummus gets all mad.
She says sometimes she gets so angry she wants to explode, and she throws her arms out, and everybody ducks. And I knew.
What's he say later to her? He goes, "I'm watching you like CNN."
I knew at this point that there was something special about hummus.
Yeah.
That we find out later.
Yeah.
But you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Hummus. It's like, it's not an M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah. Hummus is awesome. Oh my God. What a great scene.
And, but, fucking, Denny asked Paco to show Arby how to make the General's secret 2-herb chicken.
Yep.
And Paco drops the entire thing into the fryer and it starts screaming. And Denny says, "Oh, that's just an air pocket."
Oh, I love it.
And here comes our walking. If you're concerned that they're not throwing shots at us whiteys, here comes Carl Jr.
Yeah.
The low-life hillbilly piece of trailer trash shit. As Denny introduces him. And holy shit, does he play it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carl said, he introduces Carl to Arby and doesn't that he says he knows Arby from the debating team.
Yeah, from the
and,
debating team.
From the debating team, and he says they were debating whether something. It was something like whether bestiality is a good thing or not, something like that.
Yeah, it was like the advantages or like whatever to bestiality and arguing the laws or something.
Yeah, and Arby said he thinks it's good. I think it's bad.
Yeah.
Which, side
and they
note,
just leave it.
I'm just saying this. West Virginia is the only state in the United States where bestiality is legal. Look it up. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. That is absolutely true. I'm not making that up. It is not illegal to have sex with a pig in West Virginia.
Freedom, man. Let freedom ring.
They are the only state that hasn't outlawed it yet. Talk about reinforcing stereotypes.
Only if you do it.
But
right?
But Denny, right. But Denny opens the box of quote unquote tolerable chicken to discover 4 more veiny eggs.
And it's all covered in slime and it's nasty as fuck.
Well, and it's also like typical fast food. This is why you don't eat fast food. Because Denny sends Carl for more chicken and tells Paco to put the eggs in with the breakfast foods to kind of mix it in. So,
yeah, take this back. He's like, take that back there and put it with the breakfast foods.
Yeah.
And then he turns to Arby and says that he's the counter girl. And he's like, that's what we call everybody. And then he's like, oh, yeah. And he's like, yeah, now go get your skirt.
And I wonder, I guess this is a franchise, but whatever. Because Denny says, because he opens the doors for the grand opening and he says he hopes it's successful or something because it's his mom's money or whatever on the line.
Yeah.
But obviously General Lee owns it, so I don't understand why he said that. Maybe it's a franchise. General Lee owns all of them and his mom just owns this.
My mama's going to be so upset.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. But we get another character next who is now, I think he's in jail I think this guy is in jail right now.
Yep. I think this is like his last movie he did or was a cameo in, because he popped up in some Troma. Well, he was definitely in Citizen Toxie, and he was also in Terra Firma.
Let me see. He was in a movie in 2019.
Oh, was he?
Called Badass Babes, but that might have been a porno. I don't know. I'm just looking at
what?
Yeah, it could have been a porno. But this is Ronald Jeremy, the porno star.
Yeah.
As Crazy Ron, who is basically the doomsayer of the movie. You know, you're doomed.
Yeah, you're doomed. Yeah.
From Friday the 13th.
Yep. And then he runs in and he's even wearing kind of the outfit too, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, and he's not exactly the greatest actor, but not like anyone is in Poultrygeist, so he fits right in, I suppose. But I think Ron Jeremy's in prison now. I think he did some fucked up shit. I don't know.
There's all kinds of shit. But yeah, he comes in. Then he like orders like this whole meal.
Yeah.
And then we get, oh man, we get the legend that pops up, and not who he's playing, but Joe Fleshiker, man.
Joe
or Fleischiker.
Fleshlighter.
Fleshlighter, man. This guy. It's lard ass punk.
Lard ass.
So he plays.
Shout out.
He plays Jared.
if they wanted somebody that was as fat as you can be without being in a rascal scooter, which
Yeah.
which to be fair, we never really see him moving around too much, so he might have rode a rascal scooter into
He
there.
always had a bench. I know in like Citizen Toxie, he was always like, he was bitching a lot because he had to like do a lot in that movie, but he always had a little bench he sat on.
Yeah, he's playing Quizno's counterpart, Jared from Subway.
They're like talking. They're like, "How did you do all that?" He's like,
"You look better than ever."
He's like, "It's all about moderation, my boy."
And one of the eggs, they make his food. That he says, Arby calls back and says, "Guys, I need you to pork a chicken and don't hold back on the protein gravy." And when they're making his food, they fucking one of the eggs drops into it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Carl Jr. Oh man, that is fucking all of them. Paco, Hummus, and Carl make it takes all three of them to make a hamburger.
Yeah,
that basically is
the system.
That basically just has a whole head of lettuce on it and a bunch of nasty gravy.
He slams the potatoes down and like finds the gravy, and he's like, "Potatoes and gravy," and like
potatoes and
gravy.
Carl Jr. Yeah,
yeah.
He's the retard.
So they bring it out to Jared, who eats the egg, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta head to the bathroom," and he's eating on the way to the bathroom, and they go, "Way to go, Jared."
Well, not to mention he's taking food into the fucking bathroom.
Well, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Out with the old and with the new.
Yeah, but he takes the food into the bathroom, and I won't even touch people's cell phones because of that. If like someone tries to hand me their cell phone to look at a picture or something, I know that people take those into the bathrooms with them. I'm like, nope, get that thing the fuck away from me. It's not like you're wiping it down but he's eating his food but we're not there yet. But we're not there yet. But yeah, Jared takes the food to the bathroom, and that's not the worst thing Jared's done.
No.
But this was before all that, so they're making fun of. I think it was. I didn't look at a timeline, but I'm pretty sure this was before Jared ever got, arrested.
Yeah. So Wendy comes inside to confront Arby about like what's going on. Like, "Oh, you just got a job to go against everything," and then starts pulling out all these stupid ass fucking pictures. She had like Adolf Hitler saluting a fucking chicken and like all kinds of shit. And then Wendy comes inside.
What? I remember going to 4th of July downtown in Columbus, and there's always the pro-life protesters with the pictures of like,
Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty much what she's making fun of here. But we go on. I won't talk.
Oh no, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So
it's just fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It's like another fucking shot fired. It's great.
Yeah, shots fired.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah,
shots fired. No one cares.
Everybody's taking shots.
Mickey enters to pull Wendy away. Like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Arby goes into this whole speech about America. Mickey again fucking hits him. And this shit, man, I would be so fucking mad. But she licks up the side of his face and like snarls. Oh, what the fuck?
Well,
baby, she called him a baby killer, then like snarled. I was like, yuck.
This is the scene I was talking about earlier where they have sex in the McDonald's.
Yeah, where he goes and it's like the whole after he does that, he said they should all make love, not war. And they're all like, yeah. And it goes into this whole dream sequence, but you don't know it yet. Dude, that fucking song is playing. It's just going ooh, 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 ooh. And it's like, it's like milk, Milk lemonade. Round the corner,
Around
fudge is
the
made.
corner where fudge is made. Yeah.
But what's he say to him? Like right before they start, he says, "Eat my meat, you vegan whores."
Yeah. Hey, man, it got him in there, didn't it? Well, it was a dream sequence, but this is a scene I was talking about where the camera pans down because they're not in during the sex scene. They're not in the fucking McDonald's anymore. They're in the basement of a church filming it.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah.
that's just hilarious.
It's fucking awesome.
And yeah,
he starts masturbating with fucking salad tongs.
Yeah, I haven't tried that.
And then it shows him kissing, and it's this hairy ass stomach, and it turns out to be Carl. he snuck in there.
Oh. Fucking and yeah, Carl, fucking that guy, he don't give a shit.
Yeah, man, he's in for it all.
Yeah.
So he comes
it cuts back to reality, and Arby's dry humping the cash register.
He said, "Here comes my heat-seeking moisture missile."
That I wonder how much Lloyd Kaufman is involved in the writing, because there's
every
a lot
bit, dude. Like he's always revising it too on the fly. Like, no, we're doing this
because that's definitely a Lloyd Kaufman line.
Absolutely,
right there.
Absolutely.
And perhaps the most audacious moment in this is the infamous toilet scene.
Oh yeah,
where Jared's digestive distress culminates in a literal explosion of the self.
Oh my god!
This is not mere crassness, Quiznos, but a Kantian sublime, where the overwhelming excess of the bodily transcends rational comprehension, confronting the viewer with the limits of representation. Psychoanalytically, it's the return to the pre-Oedipal. Politically, it's a satire of consumer culture's promise of satisfaction, revealing its ultimate emptiness through the body's revolt.
Incredibly put for an incredible scene.
Yes, it's high art.
It's incredible.
It is
absolutely incredible and incredible. And then he gives birth to a skinnier version of himself. Way to go, Jared.
Well, you forgot to mention that we get a shot right up the ass.
Yeah, all of it.
We get an inside toilet shot.
Yeah, we do.
Shot of Jared's poopy butt.
Yep.
And he's just fat enough to where I don't think they had to use makeup for this, because he probably can't reach back there to wipe. So he probably does have poopy butt cheeks.
Bed sores.
Yeah. But you know how when he finally shits and they they censor it?
Yeah. It's just...
Lloyd Kaufman's wife, Patricia.
Yeah.
She is the New York State Film Commissioner at the time. I don't know if she still is, but she was the one that insisted that they censor the shit coming out of his ass.
Yeah.
But it's funny because all the little censor lines follow the turds.
I know.
It looks like some South Park shit.
It is too.
But yeah, something comes out of Jared and climbs right back inside of him. And then Jared gives birth to a skinny version of himself. And he says, I'm thin. Never mind that you just fucking spent the first 20 minutes of the movie taking a shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
that seemed like it was going to kill you.
Yeah. Arby comes in and sees it and yells for Denny. He comes in and says, "Goddamn honkies always making a mess for us to clean up."
Goddamn honkies, they're always waiting for the black man to clean up that mess. You see, all the same shit happened in Vietnam. The white man saw the yellow man was turning red, and so he sent the black man in to clean up his mess, Arby.
Oh man,
I love Denny, dude. He's awesome.
he makes Arby clean it up, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn honkies. And we cut to another. I get the dream sequence. Not really. I mean, it's another song.
Oh,
But this
yeah.
one sung.
Yeah.
This one's sung by Arby and Wendy. And somehow Arby's got the butt plug in again, but
there's a scene on this, and it's like towards the end, and you can tell he's like getting ready to crack up when he's singing, when he says what's he say? When he goes, "My meat in your bun makes a special sauce." You could tell like he starts cracking up when he's saying it, because that's when they like cut or whatever. It's hilarious, dude. I don't know why, but I always get a big kick when those scenes happen, because it's like they're cracking up too, and it was such a perfect shot that they're like, "We're keeping it," you know.
The next guy that comes in the movie is another one of my favorites. I think his name's General Leroy.
Yep.
And him and Arby are like polar opposites, but they're both hilarious.
Yes.
General Leroy is the racist white guy, and Denny is the racist black guy.
Yeah.
Polar yin and yang.
So yeah, when he gets out, obviously he runs into like the clam rally. As fucked up as that sounds.
Yeah, the clam rally.
CLAM rally, clam rally. So Mickey comes up and like goes off about him about, you know, the slaughter of innocent chickens. And then like everybody pauses and they all pull out their not Starbucks, but Starbucks cups and all take a sip and a pause, a really loud sip, and go, "Ah," and then they continue on.
Well, we get song 4, Generous General, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And there's dancers from the previous scene that are in this scene too, and I'll just say they are from the Suicide Girls website.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who likes alternative women.
I think sure everybody knows that. I'm sure everybody knows.
I'm sure you know what that website is. But that's where they got a lot of these dancers from.
Oh yeah.
And you can kind of tell.
Yep.
But that fucking grinder, Paco, this is what I imagine fast food is, because Paco grinds up heads and feet into the grinder and he's jerking off in it.
Yeah, of course he is.
Right in front of Hamas.
Yeah.
Hamas. He's doing it right in front of Hamas.
Well, yeah, because he's making a political statement.
Yep. Obviously. But he gets pushed into the grinder by a chicken.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hilarious.
So Hummus is watching the whole thing go down.
Yeah.
And gets sprayed down.
Well, it's funny because when he goes into the grinder, he's ground up all the way to his fucking waist, and he's still screaming somehow.
Well, the funny thing about that too is if you're hearing all the grinding, all of a sudden you start hearing like all these like laser gun sounds happening too. Like it was like they just like threw like all these sounds in for it was like machine gun lasers. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
And generally accuses Hamas of killing Paco.
Yeah.
Doesn't Is it fucking Arby that says, "Did you hear a homo Mexican dying sound?"
Hey man, did you hear that screaming, grinding, homosexual Mexican dying a terrible death sound?
And also, after all that shit happened, Thomas goes, "Oh, Shiite."
Shiite. But
oh my God.
This is where you really get to see that Arby looks like Lloyd Kaufman, because they do a song together, "Longing to Live, Waiting to Die." I think that's the song name.
Yeah.
Who knows? But this is where, if you play it slow enough, you get to see Lloyd Kaufman's balls.
Yeah, that's that slip up. Yeah, the making
It's not
of
a
this
slip up.
too.
He 100% did that on purpose, because he fucking just has his balls hanging out and he pulls up the front of his little skirt.
Well, the makings of, though, they were like showing that scene, and then they were like, "Oh shit," and everybody started cracking up.
Well, I did listen to the commentary, and they didn't mention that, but they did mention that in this scene, Lloyd Kaufman started laughing.
Yeah.
And it made Jason laugh. So the sound guy slapped Jason and made him quit, and Jason almost quit the movie.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was all Lloyd Kaufman's fault, because he couldn't stop laughing and it made Jason laugh. So he got slapped.
Oh my God.
But this is the line where there's a good band name in here, Rich Snobby Queers.
Yeah.
A Bachelor of Fine Arts is for rich snobby queers, but for me it's just debt for another 4 years.
Hey, good night, we're the Rich Snobby Queers. Everyone's taking shots in this movie.
Yeah.
But when we cut back, the general finally sees that Paco's been killed, and he believes the ninja did it. he thinks the hummus is a ninja because she's got her face covered.
Oh shit, yeah, dude, that's fucking stupid as fuck.
But he tries to blame hummus on it, but General Lee says that he would fire her, but Paco was just a filthy, illiterate homo Mexican.
Your yap shut. All I need is for those hippies out there to find out somebody died here on opening day. Even if it was just a filthy, illiterate homo Mexican.
I think he just took the biggest shot of the movie.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead. For Christ's sake.
His name's General Lee.
Yeah, General Lee.
Oh man. Shit. Yeah,
And
so we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the movie now.
Well, General Lee tells Denny to hose off hummus and gather up all the meat to make sloppy Jose's.
Yeah, sloppy Jose's. And there's a sloppy Jose poster in the background too in the movie if you look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
It was right when Jose sees the box knocked over and he picks it up.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's silly.
Arby asks where Paco is when he gets back, and Denny told him that he gave him the day off, but there's a pile of meat with Paco's name tag on it.
He comes in, he goes, "Oh, okay," and then he looks at the meat and then looks at everybody, and everybody's looking around at each other, all suspicious for like a couple minutes, and then he goes, "Okay," and walks away.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and fucking General Lee tells Denny not to worry about Paco because he'll pay him for the full day.
Yeah, dude.
Because he clearly doesn't notice that his fucking blood and everything is sprayed everywhere in the room.
Yeah. Yep. So Hummus is talking to herself. She said, what she says, she says the chicken has declared jihad on them all, and the blood in the room reminds her that she needs a tampon. Holy shit.
And our boy Carl shows up when everyone leaves, and he takes the chicken.
Yep.
Which was clearly attached to the on-off switch on the grinder that nobody noticed.
Yeah, except for Hummus. She noticed.
Yeah. And in the next scene, we meet Father O'Houlihan, who returns his sloppy Jose because it has a severed penis in it. Highbrow. This movie is highbrow.
Hey, Father O'Houlihan, back for seconds? Arby, I don't mean to complain, but there's a severed penis in me sloppy Jose.
Oh. And he just says, okay, I'll go get you another one.
Yeah, he's like, well, you're entitled to one free sloppy Jose. Because that one had a penis in it.
That's right.
And then he licks his finger after touching it.
Father O'Houlihan. Yeah.
On the house.
On the house. The sloppy Jose made from Paco starts talking to him.
And Paco comes out to Arby. You know,
he does.
Now that he's a hamburger.
Yeah, he's finally, able to come out, and be one with himself.
He's like, hey, Arby, surprised that I am a homo? And Arby's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I never would have known.
Yeah.
But Paco tries to tell Arby what the weakness is.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what it is, but Arby doesn't yet.
No, he doesn't.
And it gets interrupted by General Lee.
Yep.
Because he's giving a tour to reporters.
The press,
for the grand opening, which I guess I've never seen that ever.
And then don't they force him to eat a fucking
well, in this scene they're not forcing him.
Oh, that's right.
In this scene he's happy to eat it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the flavor pods yet.
That's right. Don't have the flavor. That's right. That's later. Yep. We go what Carl Jr., man. Come back into him.
Yep, he's romancing the chicken. And he you know what's impressive about this is he manages to put a condom on with one hand.
But also he fucking pulls this condom out of the back of underneath his hat, and it's been like used and used.
Well, that's what's impressive about it, because putting one on with one hand while it's rolled up isn't that hard, but doing it while it's open and unrolled and used, that would be difficult.
Maybe, or it's just like hard enough to where he can just kind of hold it and slip it on over.
Yeah, it's crunchy.
Yeah,
it's crunchy. But
it's
he
custom
starts
fit.
romancing. He starts romancing the chicken and licking it, and he does some chicken cunnilingus.
Yeah, yeah, he's going all in, man. That's what his debate was all about.
Yep. He's just, he practices what he preaches.
Yeah, I mean, he's an honest boy.
It'd almost be disrespectful not to have sex with the chicken.
Yeah.
But it bites his wiener.
Yeah.
And did you watch when because it's spraying shit. It's spraying shit everywhere. And there's streams that are like 3 foot apart, spraying from different directions.
Yeah, I love that part, dude. It's like one's like this nasty green and the other one's red, and they're both just like spraying on their own.
The red one is some thick fucking liquid. I don't know what it looked like. It looked like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's thick, like fucking pudding or something.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He asks Hummus. He comes in screaming to get Hummus to help him, and when she's like, "I don't know what to do," and he bends over and then shakes his ass at her.
Yeah. He's right after she just got done cleaning too. It was right after she got done cleaning up that entire mess.
So her idea to get the chicken off his dick is to go in through the ass.
Just go straight out the front.
Which, I mean, to be fair, you know, that is where I measure from. You got to start at the asshole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'll be surprised how much it adds.
That's some fucking 6th grade shit. You
But she shoves the mop up his ass, and it gets the chicken off of him, but then the mop is sticking like 4 foot out past his dick.
Oh yeah,
his dick is on the end of the mop.
On the end of the handle, yeah.
Genius,
dude, it's beautiful.
Genius.
Well done, Troma.
But because Carl was spraying gore and some green shit everywhere, the chickens start to mutate.
Yeah. Everything's starting to happen now. Everything's starting to hatch.
Fucking again, Hummus gets blamed for killing somebody.
Yep, once again.
She's getting blamed for everything.
Absolutely. Of course she is.
But Carl's not dead.
No.
And
he's still
General
going.
Lee won't, and the general won't let him take him to the doctor because he doesn't want the fucking customers to see him.
Yeah.
Like, how is nobody hearing what's going on?
Well, you know, if you...
And who's making the food?
Well, that's what we did. I don't think we cited it earlier, but he was like, you need to get out there to the register. There's no telling what those customers were doing. And it cuts to the customers and they're all just like dancing in line, like just staring at nothing. It's so funny.
This is where he asks Carl what he wants, and he says whiskey.
Yeah.
And he pours it in his mouth and it kills him.
Well, yeah, they go into that whole thing because he's like, I wish I knew something that would kill these things. And and then Carl's like, this was after Carl's turned, you know, and he's like, whiskey. And he's like, this is no time for a drink or whatever. And he's like, oh, it's whiskey. And he's like, fine. And he gives it to him and it kills him. And he's like, I wish I would know the answer.
Yeah, he's shaking. I will not be ignored.
Yeah,
he's shaking the fucking husk and he starts punching it. Yeah. But keep in mind, the reason why whiskey kills the chickens is because the chickens are Native American spirits that possess the chickens who are weak, whose weakness is alcohol because they are Native American ghosts. So there's more shots. There's more shots taken right there.
Yeah, dude.
Even the weakness of the monster or the zombies or whatever you want to call them is a stereotype.
Yeah.
But Arby's just a fucking idiot. And the general and Denny take all the tainted buckets that have been squirted all over by fucking Carl Jr. with his pudding cum or fucking piss or whatever he was spraying out of himself. And Mickey convinces them all to eat it.
Yeah.
Because she turned at some point. I think I missed that.
We don't know that yet. It just all kinds of happens, and then we find that out afterward.
Yeah, but this is where they try to get. Oh yeah, this is where she tries to get the general to eat it, to eat the chicken, and it's bubbling.
Yeah,
and he says the little bumps on the chicken are flavor pods.
Yeah, little flavor pods. So they make him eat it.
But it must be delicious because all the protesters run inside to order chicken. Except for Wendy, she's our only holdout.
Yeah, still not feeling it.
But this is when we find out that Mickey was paid by the general to fake the protest.
Yeah. No one knows yet.
They're in cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the diaper fetish.
Yeah.
This is the diaper fetish scene
that Wendy walks in on.
Yeah, she's got Mickey has the styrofoam dishes attached to her chest.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Baby's hungry." And she pops them open and her titties are popping through the back of them.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? She's got like 2 like styrofoam like cartons over her boobs.
Yeah, with food in them. I don't. That would have took a lot of preparation. And the general is dressed up like a baby laying on the table.
Yeah.
And Wendy walks in while Mickey's powdering the baby.
Oh my god. So fucking funny.
Everyone starts eating that contaminated chicken and vomiting green shit everywhere.
Yeah, everyone's vomiting everywhere.
But after General Lee bites into the chicken, he runs into the bathroom, take a shit that turns out to be a giant egg that has a little chicken monster in it, which is one of the coolest little puppets in the movie.
It's fucking awesome.
And it starts attacking him, and he bites its fucking head off. But the damage is done because this is like the rage virus.
Yeah, it's already starting.
We're getting around the part with the Jaws story, right?
We're getting close. Yeah. Which by the way, it's funny doing this episode because Jaws just celebrated its 50th anniversary. What, a couple days ago?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is what I was talking about earlier in the movie, though. When Denny walks in, we've been through all this shit so far.
Yeah.
Jared exploded and gave birth to himself. Paco Jr. got ground up in the fucking grinder, and the whole kitchen is covered in blood. You know. And Denny comes in and asks if any of them noticed anything weird going on today.
Yeah.
And it's not funny. It's not funny of me saying it, but in the movie and the context of the
when
scene,
you see it,
hilarious.
It's so stupid. Did anybody notice anything weird today?
Did anybody notice anything weird going on today? And that's when Carl Jr. appears, having been turned into a chicken by the spirits.
Yep.
With his dick on the head of the mop.
He comes beating around, everything's scraping down the wall and shit. Like he just woke up. He got stuck in a hole.
I can feel the frustration where he's walking down he's trying to walk over to him and his fucking mop dick gets stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
That's gotta be fucking aggravating.
Absolutely.
But this is because General Lee comes in and he's sitting beside everybody after he bit the head off the chicken monster. But he's starting to turn. And this is when Denny tells the story about the bad chicken he once saw.
Oh my god. So they go into this and they're handing out cookies. And while he's telling his story too, and Hummus is eating cookies through her hijab or whatever, or her over her face, the scarf over her face.
Yeah, this is the Jaws scene, but I forget the sequence to this, but General Lee turns into a chicken monster and bites off Denny's head right after he tells the story.
Yeah. Yeah, he's turning as this story's being told. It shows him like erupting into this fucking crazy chicken.
And this is kind of the big, like Romero movies always have the montage towards the end of the movie. This is kind of the same thing, and where while they try to escape General Lee, they run to the lobby, and everybody that ate the chickens earlier are turning into chicken monsters, right?
Yeah, everybody is. The fucking
so we get a montage. So we get like a gore montage,
which is always spectacular. And the fucking meat slicer scene was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's one chicken cracks a guy's skull like an egg.
Yeah, yeah.
And like popcorn or some shit comes out of it. And There's one guy. I remember. He had like. He's like, "You chickens ain't gonna get me," and he's holding his dick or something, and then he grows tits, and he goes, "Oh man, I got bitch tits." But then his shirt opens and it's eggs.
Yeah.
Well, then the eggs hatch into little chickens, and then one of the others chicken monsters comes up and feeds them like a baby bird, and then starts puking in the baby's mouths that hatched from the guy's egg titties.
Yep.
So hold on. Let me try to make this make more sense. Okay.
Yeah, explain it
The
again
guy-
because it's the whole sequence.
Okay, a man has what he thinks are boobs. He's bragging about his dick, and then he grows big titties that what he thinks are big titties. Then when his shirt is opened, we find out that they are big eggs, and the eggs hatch. They're still on his chest at this point, and little chickens pop out of them. And another female chicken comes over and starts puking in the little baby chicken's mouths. And then she starts puking into the guy's mouth. What the fuck? That is literally a scene in this movie.
That's fucking Troma, man.
Oh man,
Incredible.
that this whole scene, like, there's one guy, you'll see a guy that runs by in a straw hat, and that's because for some reason Lloyd Kaufman thinks that Indians wear straw hats. I don't know what that's about, but he wanted all of them to wear straw hats, but he only got one in there. I don't know. I have no fucking idea what that's about.
Yeah. Because he's fucking.
Could you imagine?
He's fucking
Could you
awesome.
imagine Native Americans wearing the crying Indian from the commercial back in the day if he had a straw hat on?
Yeah.
It would lessen the impact.
We got fucking what? They're all pretty much trapped at this point by the chickens.
Yeah.
And then older Arby, our man, Uncle Lloydie, comes out shooting everything with a machine gun in
You're
sight.
not supposed to
And
know
he's like,
that's
"Oops,
old
sorry."
Arby yet because
Yeah, we don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
just some
Arby's
other random
stupid
dude.
and hasn't picked up on it.
Yeah, absolutely not. So older Arby shoots General Lee, and he's about to finish him off, and he's like, "Booyah, bitch!" And then what he shows, like, this whole pile of guns, and it's like this whole pile of guns, and there's like super soakers and shit in there, like thrown in there too.
Yeah. Hey man, budget.
That's
Low
awesome.
budget.
It's fucking awesome. So Chicken Denny fucking sneaks up, and his true head comes to shape.
Yeah, he shoots. Yeah, doesn't old Arby shoot Denny's head off, and then he grows a new one or something?
Yeah, he grows like the new one.
Or no, it was General Lee bit Denny's head off, but Denny grows a new head, something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because he comes up on him,
but
and
he
his
starts
head
talking
inflates.
shit. He's like, "Man, y'all fuck me," and Wendy says, "You turned into a Cajun black chicken."
Yes, Cajun blackened chicken. Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, and she goes, "He turned into a blackened Cajun chicken."
Lloyd Kaufman, Arby, shoots General Lee and is about to finish him off with a headshot when Chicken Denny shows up and bites his nose off, and then young Arby shoots Chicken Denny, and they run to the door to escape. But there's 100 chicken zombies. I'm trying to keep this straight.
I know.
Walking slowly because now everybody's a chicken zombie.
Yeah, everybody's a fucking chicken zombie.
And they're all walking. There's 100 of them out in the parking lot walking towards the door. And Wendy has the genius idea to turn the sign to closed, and they all start walking away pouting.
Yeah, they all go, oh.
Oh.
Yeah, before that, they're up there against the window and they're like, what do we do? And Mickey's like, this place is made out of 50% glass. And Arby's like, we need action before they turn the glass to lesbians.
like she turned Wendy into a full-blown lesbian.
They are very slowly approaching the entrance. We need to figure out a way to keep them out.
But how? This place is 50% glass. They'll break through faster than the 5 minutes it took me to turn Wendy into a full-blown lesbian.
Damn it!
Yep, so she turns a closed sign on. They all feel defeated and walk away.
Yeah, this is where young Arby, finally finds out that old Arby is him.
Yeah, he basically had to shake him and be like, listen.
This is I never understood this. The woman that shows up and asks them to save their daughter.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's in the movie.
I don't either. I think that was probably a revision, and they were like, "Fuck it," because it set it up for later. Why they were searching down deep to find which brought them into the room. We'll talk about later. You know, but it also brings the tale around too for the ending.
Yeah, I guess that does work into the ending a bit, but yeah, it seemed to me like they must have been at like 120 minutes or 80 minutes and was like, we need another 10 minutes. Let's put this bitch in here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Math is hard.
Mickey dresses up as the chicken to like sneak past everybody to head back out, right? I don't remember what her sole purpose was, but she wanted to sneak past everybody. And then
she didn't want to stick it out. Like everyone was.
She was peacing out. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Fuck all you people," and she decided to dress up like the chicken to try to sneak out. But she runs into the Indian by the car.
Yeah.
Who isn't he still just standing there vomiting?
Yeah. Of course he is.
And so she gets discovered, and she may or may not be getting turned into a chicken zombie.
Right. We don't know.
But is it the woman that at the restaurant, the woman that had lost her kid gets her head ripped off by Carl Jr. and Arby.
Yeah.
Arby Senior,
so
who is now a chicken zombie, just to straighten this shit out.
So her purpose is now she's gone. They don't need that part. Now they're just on a quest to save the daughter.
Yeah, she served almost no purpose. They could have just had the girl. They could have just had some random girl there, but
they had to set it up.
And the hummus, what? Arby tries to get Carl to tell him how to kill the chickens.
Yeah.
And Carl says alcohol.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, because Arby thinks that he's asking for alcohol.
Carl Jr., it's me, Arby. I know somewhere deep within the bowels of this creature you become lives the soul of the beautiful, racist, animal-fucking, inbred trailer trash I know and loved. So please tell us, how do we stop them?
But he's trying to tell him that alcohol is what kills them. Yeah, this is
what we're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. But Arby still doesn't understand.
He just thinks he's trying to be selfish and drink.
Yeah.
So he's like, fine. What's he say? Fine, you selfish son of a bitch. And he pours the whiskey down his throat, and it kills him. But he still doesn't register.
That's my fault. This is where he says, "I won't be ignored," and he starts shaking the fucking husk. Of what's left of Arby.
He's like, I wish he wouldn't have died before he found out like how to kill him. I love it. It's awesome.
Wendy kind of understands what he's saying though.
Yeah.
Because she's the smart one in the movie, I guess.
Yeah, she's about on the level a little bit. Oh man. They hear a window break.
Yeah, Mickey shows back up, tries to tell everybody what happened to her.
Yeah, she's obviously injured.
And Wendy's being sympathetic and nice to her, so Arby gets mad and runs off calling her a
He
lesbian.
said, "You're a lesbian." And he runs away.
But Wendy pulls because she's wearing the chicken bunker mascot.
Yeah, she's still wearing it
costume.
at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got it on because she snuck back into the restaurant, and when Wendy pulls the mask off, it reveals that Mickey's a chicken zombie.
Yeah, she goes after Wendy, and she has this giant penis chicken monster. And Harvey tries to save Wendy by choking it, which ejaculates. He's like jerking it off.
Yeah, he's which the Father O'Houlihan he's in the other room. Who's he with? He's with Father O'Houlihan and someone else, and he hears Mickey fighting with Wendy, and he thinks that they're just having sex or something.
Yeah.
But Arby goes in and when he sees, he tries to choke the chicken, and it comes all over his face. Then Arby gets attacked by Arby.
The chicken older, Arby Senior chicken zombie.
And Hummus drinks a jug of meat steroids. And I don't understand this because she has two transformations kind of, but she turns into this giant muscle like the Hulk.
Yep.
And but I don't quite understand this whole sequence.
Because we're about to get a really cool shot here in a little bit. Where she just inflates, and then her fucking eyeballs pop out of her head, and they start spitting like yellow fluid out of the like eyeballs themselves. It's awesome. Because you think she's gonna start kicking ass, and then it just overly transforms her to where she just explodes basically and falls over.
And Lloyd Kaufman, Arby Sr., Father O'Houlihan tries his cross on him and on Mickey, but it has no effect, so he tries the Passion of the Christ, Looney, which also has no effect.
Nope. Pulls the DVD out.
Yeah. But Mickey stomps on his head.
Yeah.
So that's the end of Father O'Houlihan, who clearly had a wig on early in the movie. We didn't talk about.
Yeah, he adjusts it.
He's the one that returns the sloppy Paco that had the penis in it.
Yeah.
But now he doesn't have the wig on anymore. So he's bald.
Wendy's like, "Look, beer," because it's that keg that his buddies brought way earlier when they're in the clam rally. So Arby finally realizes that alcohol is what kills them. And
yeah, they have a whole scene where he's like putting it all together, but all the while Wendy's already fucking killing them with it.
Yeah, what do they say? Chia, motherfuckers.
Yeah, chia.
Because they're like
bubbling and green shit or something. But one of the chickens outsmarts Wendy and turns the fucking sign over to open, and all the chickens in the parking lot start coming back to the restaurant.
Yep, like everything was over. They were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, and Arby runs out of alcohol, so they're fucked basically.
Hummus comes back.
Hummus comes back to save them and get them away from the chickens.
Yep.
And in the back, they find the little girl.
They do.
You know, the character introduced in the third act by whose
and then died.
The whole thing. Yeah. The mother who was introduced in the third act and dies 2 minutes later. We finally find her daughter after 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Finally.
And somebody and somebody arrives in his final form.
Who could it be?
The Patriot.
General Lee in his true form, his final form.
And he basically just explodes, right?
Yeah, because he ate Paco.
He ate okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he ate the sloppy Paco.
Yeah. The crowd of chickens approaches and they give up at this point because they don't have like anywhere else to go. They're in a room full of eggs that are hatching.
Well, the crowd of chickens arrive, and my hero, Hummus, she finally takes what is that called? I don't know. The robes and shit that she's got on. Now I sound like a fucking jerk off. But she's got a bikini on under it, and Arby starts going, "Oh my God, Hummus, you're so hot. I want to fuck you."
God damn it! Holy mother of God, Hummus, you're so hot! I just want to fuck you! Give me head right now!
Which, I don't blame him. Yeah, but then she suicide bombs
Everybody.
Doesn't she start, when she runs out there, doesn't she start going, la 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 la?
Yeah.
And there's an immunity, which is funny because there's a new zombie movie out recently. I'll have to find the name. Maybe I'll put it in the notes for this episode. But there is no shit, I swear to you. I saw it. There's a new movie that just came out that's a zombie movie, and Native Americans are immune.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. The reason I mention that is because at this point they escaped to the parking lot and the chief is still out there. And apparently he's immune because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah. That's right.
So
he beat it.
I gotta wonder. Yep, I'm gonna have to look up this movie and see. You know what? Hold on a second. Because I can't help but wonder if the people that wrote that movie saw Poultrygeist.
They're like, he's on to something. Of course he is. Uncle Lloyd.
I swear to you, this movie exists. It's called Blood Quantum.
Okay.
No.
No.
Is that it?
I don't know.
That might be it. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure that might be it. Yeah. Zombie apocalypse where indigenous people are immune. It's called Blood Quantum. So there's that.
Huh.
Fucking basically the little snippet from the movie Poultrygeist they made an entire movie out of.
Yeah.
I can't say I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it later, and I'll let Quiznos know if that is the case. I doubt that in this movie they're immune because they're alcoholics, but it is just funny that Native Americans or it's Canada, so that we'll just say indigenous people are immune. Strange coincidence.
I think it would make sense because, not because of the alcohol or anything, because they, it'd be I'd like to see that because I don't know, there'd be a good premise for it.
Yeah, I suppose. But that's besides the point. We'll go on to the final scene where Arby and Wendy are escaping with Katie, the little girl.
Yep. And they're driving in a car.
Who I hope vomits the egg. I hope that's where it came from because this is the little girl.
Yeah. You can't really tell if she had the egg a chicken would.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
what's even sillier is the fact she's fucking slamming back all these fucking tall cans of Miller. And there's she's just fucking chugging all these cans of beer and she's throwing them down. And when you look where she throws it down, there's a pile of fucking beer cans at the baseboard of this fucking car.
Well, it's basically like Pepto and she's got tummy issues,
Fuck, putting on a case of Miller.
the alcohol kills the zombie chickens, that's what you got to do, man.
So she vomits the egg, and it causes them to flip the car. It's the infamous Troma car explosion that's in almost every fucking Troma movie, and it's incredible.
It is legit a great car.
No, he uses it in every fucking everything, dude, and it's amazing. This trademark.
It's fucking awesome, but it's legitimately one of the best car flips ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially for the kind of budget they have.
Well, even back then, because they didn't have a really big one back then when they actually first filmed it back in the early 80s. Right. So they've just recycled it and it's always in, and it's just a fun little, here you go. He finds a way to work it in. I think Citizen Toxie, I don't even think the car matched, and they still used it. I think in this one, the car actually kind of matches better, which is hilarious, because usually it doesn't matter. Oh.
Yeah.
And then end credits, which we get like a Troma version of the Thriller dance, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, poorly executed by the dancers, but funny, but fitting for the movie. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is the scene where I'm pretty sure that's fucking General Lee singing.
Yeah.
The Poultrygeist theme song.
It could be him, man.
Yeah, it sounds like him. If that's him, he's the best singer in the movie. Hands down. In my opinion. In my opinion.
Well, that was fucking Poultrygeist. Another fucking gem of a film.
A movie that I think a lot of people pass up because the it just sounds silly.
Yeah, but it's great.
And it is.
And if you're not into musicals, it's still cool because it's not it's a musical to me, but it's like not filled to the brim with musicals. And what's also awesome about this movie, which I forgot to talk about earlier, is it was still shot on 35 millimeter film, which I think is beautiful. So 2006, he was still, when everybody was starting to convert to digital, he was one of the directors like David Lynch that fought.
Well, I would say that this movie is probably 10 minutes of music, something like that.
Yeah, about.
It's not overbearing. So if you're not a fan of musicals, don't let that stop you from watching this, because this movie is gloriously offensive. I love it. It's right up our fucking alley.
Yeah, it's complete anarchy. Like, especially when the wheel gets turning, and it doesn't take long for it to start turning either. You're already locked in, and then it's just a ride. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've suggested this to people before who have been like, "What?"
Yeah,
and it's not as bad as you would think. Like, you would think from the name, because the name, I think, turns a lot of people off.
I think it's clever as shit.
Yeah, it's really good. If you like trashy movies, this is about as trashy and offensive as it gets.
Absolutely.
But if anyone else has any recommendations of movies that you'd like us to jerk offs to talk about how big their Transformers are, and completely go off topic and such.
Yeah.
Just send your email to deadnotespodcast@gmail.com, and I might send you a picture. No, I won't. Of a wide Optimus Prime.
A double wide trailer.
Yep. Well, I was probably 12 or something, probably 10 years old at the time, so it would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
But anyway, Poultrygeist.
Yes, check it out.
2006 was it?
Yeah. Incredible.
Man. Yep,
Incredible. Uncle Lloyd.
Watch it.
You're an amazing human.
And shave those balls for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. They look like his balls literally look like a struck match.
It'll give you a wider stance. Well, on that note, I'm Quizno.
Yeah, Quizno. See, one more thing real quick. Quizno once told me that the way he shaves his balls is he uses a grocery bag, a plastic one, and puts his legs through the holes and pulls them up like underwear.
I use a frosting cap.
But anyway, Popeye out.
Popeye out. Later, guys. Popeye Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.